Hello friends, Greg here again from Toledo, Oregon with another little story that I want to share from you. And of course I am from Oregon, as my shirt says here, and I want you to know that Oregon was God's second choice for the Garden of Eden, and we only lost by a small little margin, so this is a great place to be. But anyway, hey, I got a story for you. This is a good one. I think you'll enjoy this. I entitled this, Don't Make God a Promise You Won't Keep, and it's about fishing. And so here's how the story goes. I'm on a camping trip with my brother Steve and my friend Randy from Roseburg, Oregon, and we're up at Tokaki, and we're camping around the fire, and Randy goes, well, I think we're going to go hop in the pickup and scout around for deer, because deer hunting was just going to open in a few days. He says, you want to go? And I says, nah, I'm just going to stay here, and I'm going to catch me some fish. And Randy goes, you don't know how to catch fish. And I go, well, that might be true, but I'm just going to stay here. You guys go do whatever you want to do. And about 3 hours later, they showed up because they got lost. But anyway, to continue on with my story, I'm going down to the river, and I got my fishing pole and my tackle box and a little lure hanging on it. I don't know what it was, a mimp or something. And I'm going down to the water, and I walk to the edge, and I throw my lure out there in that water. And I reeled it in, and nothing happened. So I threw it out a couple more times and reeled it back in, nothing happened. So I decided, well, I'm going to walk down to the boat ramp. Maybe there's something down there. So I trucked down to the boat ramp with my fishing pole in hand, and I get to the water there. And I get my reel ready, and I got the bail flipped on the reel there, and I'm casting it out into the water, and it goes out there quite a ways, and I'm reeling it in and slowly, and all of a sudden I go, whoa, man, I get real close to the shore, and there's a big old fish following my lure. And I go, wow, that's cool. But I didn't catch him. So I reeled it all in and threw it back out there again. And I'm reeling it in, and all of a sudden a big old fish about this long following my lure back in. Now, whether it was the same fish or not, I don't know. But it was a big one, a great big one. And I was excited. I go, oh, God, please let me catch this fish. I promise, if you let me catch this fish, I won't eat him. I won't kill it. I won't eat it. I'll throw him back. I promise, Lord, I just want to catch this fish. And I'm thinking, well, I got to be smarter than this fish. And I think the Lord gave me a moment of inspiration. So I took a big old night crawler and I hooked it on my lure. It's dangling on there. And I threw it back out there thinking, yeah, I'm smarter than this fish. I'm going to catch this puppy. And so I'm reeling it in, all of a sudden, bam, wow. And I got a big old fish on there. And I'm reeling into the shore, and I'm reeling really hard, and this fish is kind of fighting. And then all of a sudden, this fish starts swimming towards the shore, right towards me, really, really fast and fast. So fast that my line went loose and it got all tangled up into a big old rat's nest. And I'm going, oh no, what am I going to do? So I'm grabbing the line with my hand and I'm pulling it in like this, getting it into the shore the best I can. And then I'll tell you what, that fish became suicidal because it wasn't more than maybe 3.5 feet from the shore, and it jumped out of the water. I'm not kidding you. It jumped out of the water right at my feet. And I'm going, oh God. God must have wanted me to have this fish, so I'm looking around, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I'm going, oh, God, please help me. And all of a sudden, there's a big old stick laying on the ground right here, and I'm telling you what, I think the devil put it there, because I grabbed that fish, and that stick, and I had it in my hand here, and I had the fish on the ground, and I go, bam, 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 and I hit it on the head a number of times, and I killed the fish. And then, of course, I took him home, and I ate him. Well, that probably wasn't the best thing to do, because I got back to camp and I put this big old fish in the cooler, and it was longer than the cooler, so it was all bent up in there, and I'm sitting around the fire, and Randy and Steve come back and he goes, hey, did you catch any fish? And I said, well, yeah, just one. It's in the cooler there. And so Randy walks over and looks at it and he goes, whoa, that's huge. He goes, people would love to catch a fish like this, and very seldom do they catch one so nice and so big. And I go, yeah, I said, you just got to know what you're doing. It's not like you guys that got lost because you don't know what you're doing, driving around out in the woods. But anyway, the moral of this story is that I live on Yaquina Bay around Toledo, Oregon here, and I'm out there fishing all the time, and I want to get a salmon. And I've been wanting to get a salmon for a long time because I love to smoke it. I like smoked salmon. But I'll tell you what, it's been 3 or 4 years and I have not been able to catch salmon. In fact, I had a boat that I used to take out there in the bay, and I told my wife, Helen, I says, look, I says, if I don't catch a fish this year, I'm going to sell my boat. Well, to keep the story short, I sold the boat. I just have not been able to catch a fish. So the moral of this story is that it don't make God a promise that you don't plan to keep, because if you do, it won't go well with you. In my case, I don't know if I'm ever going to catch another fish again, but I'm praying, and I'm hoping the Lord will be merciful, and maybe this coming year He'll allow me to catch a fish so that I can put it in the smoker. So anyway, that's some words of wisdom and advice from your old friend Greg here in Toledo. And so I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something from this, and I hope that you'll click that like button there, and we'll see you real soon. Thank you so much for watching.